Hello, welcome to This Thing's Got Problems. I'm Eric. Harbor Freight time. The thing that has problems today is this C10. The rear end specifically, and the problems is it ain't got the parts all together on it. So we're going to throw some shocks on there, a shock relocation kit, some coils, the old Panhard stabilization bar thingy needs bushings put in there. And I mean, we have spindles too. We don't have the rest of the front end parts yet to do that, but they're here and they're heavy as F, and I'm at least gonna open the box and check that out. So yeah, I think start opening some boxes and then get wifey out here, start throwing some sparks around. Cool? Let's get to work. All right, so we have some stuff and things to show you here before we get going. First things first, this is gonna be for this guy. I don't know if you can see how it's gross. So what I got, there was a couple different sizes, so I just went with a gut type of feeling. Ooh, and I think this is it. Got some poly bushings that I'm gonna stick in the new press over there. Make quick work of this, because I don't know if you didn't see that video of me doing the trailing arms. It is an epic tale of man versus machine. So check that out. If anything, for the comedic value of it, we have a shock relocation kit, because when you lower a vehicle, it changes the astrophysics of how things gyrate. There's science involved, and science tells us, if we remember anything from high school, as far as I went, that when one lowers a vehicle, one needs to create a... See, so what happens is you take your shock and you lower it, and then you change the angle, and then it wants to bend more than you get what I'm saying. So we're going to have to change that, for a smooth ride. That's all this here. That's what, probably the thing we're going to focus on in this video right now is the shock relocation, and that's about all we'll name this. We'll probably throw other parts on, but, staple. Found that. Bleeding. We have some 4-inch drop springs. We got this from LMC. And what's cool is they put the KYB suspension logo in the catalog and on the interwebs, and that's not what you get. So that's nice. You get the purple springs that are black, which is fine. I mean, I like purple, and I wouldn't have. Well, how? What are you? We're gonna wait on that till later. And then we have, because again we're lowering this vehicle, we're going 4 rear, and we're going 2.5 in the front, just off of spindles, so you don't keep so you do keep the geometry the way it should be. Going with some drop shocks, made to be a little bit more compressed. So yeah, and those are CPPs. Again, I like the KYB logo. You think you're getting some KYB stuff, and you don't. So that's fine. It's only false advertising. So we'll check out the drop spindles in a second. We're not installing them, but just to look. But I imagine down there, there's one, and there's one over there. Great camera work, Eric. We're gonna have to knock out some rivets. We're gonna bust this guy out. I got some new flappers, and we'll get that gone and get the new stuff installed. Oh my God! should be your drop spindles, which we don't need today, but they came FedEx, so should probably check. So there's these 2.5-inch drop, so we don't have to mess with the factory geometry and physics and all that good stuff, and disc brakes. All right, so it looks like these are fine. And we will just put them over in the, we're just gonna put them right there. Seriously, what is, how do you, I don't get it. Get this whole flapper changed out and get Stacy out here. We're gonna get started on this shock relocation kit. Remove rear shocks. Done. Remove the 2 rivets that secure each of the upper shock mounting brackets to the rear cross member. Okay, using the new 3/8-inch hardware, bolt the new upper shock mounts to the rear cross member through the old rivet holes. Remove the lower shock mounts from the trailing arms. Done. Install the new lower shock mounts in the same location as the original mounts. Install the rear shocks with the 1/2-inch hardware. CPP recommends using new shocks. Done. Okay. Just as confused as, where does this go? Oh no, I took the U-bolts out again. Son of a bitch. All right, so upper shock mount right there is going to go away. So what we're going to do is get rid of this guy and this guy, this guy, this guy.
You sure
grind them off.
this?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Those will fall to the ground super easy. And then you install the new things with the bolts. All right, so there we go. Oh, we got this high enough to be in the crotch now. Do you want to come on this side and see, even though you'll be on camera? I'm also steaming up. It's making for a great video. It's up to you. Or you can go around here if you want. Or you trapped.
I'm stuck.
I'll cut this part. Yahtzee! All right, guys, so this isn't bad. Basically, flapper disc it, drill a hole, smack it with a hammer. Cool? Anyone can do this. And then this, kind of, lines up like, well, you can't see it, but I mean, it's going to go under there. All right, so I'm going to get the other side knocked out, and we'll get some paint on it. Oddly, it's almost Christmas, and yet probably still warm enough to paint. Whoop! Ow! The thing. Got it. I'm just going to chase it in circles. Victory! Shit. So I'm just going to hit it with the brake clean where I was shooting the lube up for the drill. So I can shoot a little paint on this, and then we will get these mounted. Let's get a little protection on there. I'm gonna have to crawl underneath, aren't I? I hate that. Yep, this way. Ow! Does not bend that way. Thank you, El Nino. Nope. Nope. Jesus. Get it. Can't reach. train. I actually kind of like it. So this is the thing I hate about some instructions. You see that, what, okay. Is it like that? Or is it like that? That kind of looks maybe right. What's going to happen is it's going to be a USB situation. Put it on, think it's wrong, flip it, then that's wrong, and then you had it right the first time. I guess you just go for it, because, I mean, once you figure out the one side, the other side should be right. Should be right. Uh-huh. Save my knees, I think, this time. Did I grab the wrong one? USB. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Flip the USB. Nope, it's not right either. Flip it back. Well, why didn't it go in the first time I tried? No idea. It's almost like the universe hates me. How long does it take paint to dry in 98% humidity, 35 degrees? It's going to be a while. Get on. There you go. All right, so that's the upper mounts put on, 2 bolts. You didn't need to see that. Stacy did it though, so if it's wrong, it is her fault. There's the other, her truck anyway. There's the lower, that's probably wrong. We'll redo that after we realize it's all wrong. All right, springs are in, cups are a pain in the ass, but there we are. And again, if they're wrong, Stacy did it.
That's a lie.
Nope, it's not a lie, and you're not mic'd up and they can't hear you anyway. Ha-ha! All right, so it's time for updates. We got shocks in, we got springs in. I have the stabilizer bar just on it, just kind of holding things kind of straightish. I still have to get the bushings in that, but let's give you a look. You want to take a look? Let's go. All right, so we got these in, and got the shocks, you know, up. Make sure they're up. So that seems fine. Up there, little bushings that you come in, you just press them in. Down here, super long and some that don't fit the bolts, which is weird because, I mean, the bolts is what came with the kit, and the kit recommends using another kit that has bolts in it with different spacers. It definitely needs spacers. If you look down there, because you don't want to bend on those. So yeah, that's temporary, holding things. But we're getting somewhere. We got, you know, it's starting to look like a truck now. Definitely, I mean, yeah, I want to get that straightened out. I'm not even sure that's actually going to work. But the bushings were $11. So I figure, you know, Adjustables are like 75 bucks. I figure I already have this one. If it's $11 and bushings does the job, we'll see. If I got to go with an adjustable because, you know, of the drop, then I'll get it. See, here's all the options. And the only other one that fits in the shock and over the bolt, too long. All these, not even close. Everything's... So, I don't know. What is this? I have no idea. And this is... That's what it recommends. Looks to me, right there, is the spacer I would need. Or I can just go and get a spacer. Can you do that? So yeah, I'm getting kind of excited here. I mean, this poor thing sat since the mid-90s, completely taken apart, and we're getting somewhere with it. We're gonna put her back on the road eventually. Thanks again for subscribing and checking out the other videos on the channel and liking and the bell dinging and all that good stuff, and we will see you next time.